Yeah.
We got this, moms. We got this. Yeah. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to our YouTube channel, Healing Roots Holistic Mindset Through Support. If you're new here, my name's Kimon. I also go by SMF Meezy.
My name is Sydney, and I also go by Sydney Bailey.
And welcome to our first YouTube series, Our Healing Roots, The Journey to Conscious Birth. And this is our first episode where we'll be going in depth, giving you guys a more detailed description about the whole entire series and what you guys can expect and the importance of why we're telling our story now.
Right.
Why are we telling our story?
So I feel like we're telling our story because we had a major transformation. Well, we're still in the middle of this transformation. I can't even say like it's already taken place. I can say that we're in the process of still transforming, and so far it's been a beautiful journey. I can say that we've experienced 2 births so far, and the first one being in a place of knowing nothing, and the second one getting a doula at 7 months, and learning a lot more, becoming more self-aware with ourselves. And I feel like we're sharing our journey to bring clarity moving forward for other young expecting families who may have been lacking exposure to the mindset shifting that needs to take place in order for you to really be present and conscious during your birthing process. So
Most definitely. I feel like from my perspective, it's kind of the same. Like, that's really why we're telling our stories, to highlight how your past holds the keys to you moving forward, you being able to receive that clarity moving forward.
And I let them know that quote, because I really like that quote when you said where you've been, like
where you come from. In order for you to know where you are, you have to know where you come from. And in order for you to move forward, you got to know where you are.
Yeah.
And that quote is literally our birth story in a nutshell.
Literally.
And so that's our birth story in a nutshell, in that quote right there. So to really highlight the importance of why we're telling our story is because we know that there are a lot of young expecting families right now who are in the position that we once were in, and
they're also seeking mindset shifts. They're seeking everything that we're willing to share.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we're willing to share about our journey. Like, we've attracted so many other individuals who are having similar experiences, and this is not coming from a biased place. This is personal storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And we have our own preferences and ways of looking at and vision, as far as how we would like to continue to have more children and how we would like for that to go. I feel like we're really set on allowing the birthing process to be as natural as it can be with little to no interventions. And I feel like for young expecting families, I don't want to say that's not normal, but I would like to say that I don't typically come across young expecting families who are seeking or even truthfully educated on how to go about an all natural process. And if anything, I come across a lot of individuals who have a lack of knowledge when it comes down to the self-awareness of how their body is designed to do this.
Mm.
You know, without the C-sections, without just all the interventions, the epidural and all of that, like, and you know, like I said, with our first birth, we knew nothing, and then we exposed ourselves to having a doula at 7 months with our next pregnancy, and it was magical. Like, there was a huge difference in educating ourselves and preparing. And I feel like, you know, going even into our next birth story, that you might as well say we're in the preconception phase. I can say that now our approach is more along the lines of, you know, making sure that the relationship with ourselves, that we've assessed that, so that way we're not bringing generational trauma in the mix, and you know, just holding on to things that aren't serving our highest being now. And you know, once you have, I can definitely say, like, once you have at least one or even two, like us, children, like, you can instantly see, from based off of what your children reflect back to you, the level of work that you've put in with yourself. And I feel like that's actually very beautiful. Like, I love the fact that they highlight and bring that to us. And so yeah.
Yeah. And to sum that up, you know, that's exactly why we're telling our birth story, is for us to be able to provide those young expecting families who were in our position when we didn't know, and we lacked certain knowledge, we lacked certain awareness
of
ourselves, and we weren't aware of certain resources and tools that we had.
Right.
But we couldn't see them because mentally we weren't programmed or trained to look for these things. And so throughout this entire series, you guys are going to get a very, very detailed description and a really in-depth, you're going to get a real good feel for our story. Yeah. And throughout this entire series, our intention is to bring those families who are, no matter where you are, whether you could be a young family, you could be an older family, our intention is to bring you clarity moving forward, for you to know that your past holds the keys to where you are now, so you can move forward with clarity. And that's the intention for us. That's the intention behind us telling our story.
Yeah.
So wherever you are, pregnancy, labor, even conception, even if you're just having sex and you're not unprotected sex, sex protected, it doesn't matter. Even if you're not having sex and you're still just thinking about, or you're in a relationship, in my opinion, you're in conception phase. Because the moment you think about sex, you're there. So whatever phase you're in, whatever stage you're in, and let us know your experience. Let us know your experience. And also, speak to another father, speak to another mom, and let them know about this. Let them know about Healing Roots Holistic Mindset Doula Support, so that way they can come here and they can gain clarity moving forward for them as well.
Sometimes all it takes is just being exposed to a mindset. And we're coming from a place of being limitless, allowing, you know, the natural process to take its course. And you can have a powerful, magical birth story experience. And, you know, we can definitely vouch for the fact that the first birth experience, going into it kind of blindly, we didn't prepare ourselves mentally. So the mental strength wasn't there for us to be able to truthfully make it through our journey without feeling like we were traumatized.
Yeah.
we didn't prepare for what could go wrong, you know, or, you know, what kind of interventions, like just, I know I didn't educate myself on the interventions in itself.
Yeah, neither was I. And how I was raised and what I saw growing up from the women who did give birth, as well as the birth partners, the men who had children. Nobody ever went down this path of allowing the natural way, the God's way to take its course. And excuse me, nobody also had nobody was also none of them were actually exposed to it. And I can't say that they were closed off to it, but I can definitely see, from my understanding, no one in my reality when I was growing up was ever exposed to it. And I was the first person to expose myself to
that type of
having a
experience.
natural birth and being able to adopt the mentality needed to go into birth. We're just prepared. And we put throughout our story, we emphasize the mind. It's in our name, Healing Roots Holistic Mindset Doula Support. And we're here to bring you guys clarity moving forward through a mindset shift.
Understanding that the mind is all and that the body follows, and that you might as well say that the majority of birth is mental.
We'll leave you guys with that. And welcome to our channel. We hope that you guys stay and enjoy and open yourselves up to being able to see yourselves within our story and connecting with us on a much deeper level, and allow yourself to receive the clarity movement so you can move forward. If you know anybody who's having a child right now, who's about to have a child right now, if you know a father, a mom, anyone who's pregnant, even if you already had children and you're in postpartum phase, 1 year, 2, 3, regardless, it doesn't matter. Wherever you are in life, share this with them.
Even if you'd just like to have more children someday, you know, and you're looking to heal from, you know, gain clarity moving forward, to be able to heal from maybe a past birth experience that may have traumatized you, and you know, you may now be in a space to where you don't actually want to have kids.
Yeah. This is for you. This is for you. So do this for you. My name's Kimon. I also go by Amazing, and this is our YouTube channel, Healing Roots Holistic Mindset Doula Support.
My name is Sydney. My name is Sydney, and I also go by it. You know what? I don't like this outro.
Hey, we can cut it off. But
no, what's the point? We just leave it there.
Leave it.
Yeah. The outro kind of sucked, just saying.
Yeah.
But my name is Sydney, and I also go by Sydney Bailey. That's my artist name, but it's also my real name.
Yes, and welcome to our channel. It's good. You guys are gonna see a very, very natural process. You know,
yeah, we're embracing that holistically. It's not just about the whole birth thing, but I can definitely say that we're here to be ourselves, and we're here to stay.
We are, and to emphasize, I'm going to emphasize a little bit more on this series is about us telling our birth story, so you guys can connect with us on a much deeper level and possibly see yourself within our story from whatever experience you've had in your reality, so you can gain clarity moving forward.
So I guess that's wraps.
That's wraps. Peace.
Peace. Yo.
That's it right there.